Welcome to the Robbo Show, brought to you by the Northern Territory. Well, a bit of a tough weekend last weekend, but we're moving forward and all eyes move to Saturday night against Essendon here at the MCG. One of the shining lights on Sunday afternoon was the son of a gun, Jack Viney. Todd Viney's little boy seems like he's going to be an absolute ripper. We caught up with him this week to see how he felt about how he went last Sunday.
We just had a discussion then, coaches, players together, and we just went through a few things then. And the players got to hear from Jack a little bit. He is if it's possible, when you play your first game, he's probably been a Melbourne person longer than anyone else in that room. And he just spoke about that, which was from his heart, which is fair enough.
I'm quite focused in my preparation. I did have those nerves, I'm sure. Every first gamer has those exact same nerves. But for me, it was just doing what I've done since junior football. My preparation didn't change, and that gives me confidence. And running out on the field, I knew that I'd done everything right to play well. There was no reason that I shouldn't play well. So yeah, I got confidence from my routine, and those nerves that were there. But I was ready to run out there.
Jamar. Little flick back might work. There's Viney.
First touch was a little handball to Nathan Jones. I hit the target, so I was pretty happy with that. And then I got this drop of ball, and then I got to take a bounce and a bit of a run, which I absolutely loved.
And Viney off the pack, splendid. Maybe a sign of things to come.
And then running off to have a break because I was pretty knackered after that. Had the Melbourne Football Club, the fans cheering me, so that was definitely something I'll remember for the rest of my life. So it was a forward 50 stoppage, so I thought I'd try and get in a dangerous position, and I think they had a second ruckman come up and see him go through the middle, celebrated, and it was good. I really enjoyed it. All the boys go around me, and again, that's something I'll remember for the rest of my life. So straight after the game, we walked into the rooms, and before we did any recovery, any stretching, he said straight into team meeting. So we all walked in there and pretty much sat down, and we just he didn't grill us, didn't do anything. He just wanted to have a conversation about what happened on the ground, because he knows, we know, what we've done over pre-season was not what showed on the game day. So it wasn't necessarily about my dad or the football club, but I think that's what motivated me to talk to the group and try and give my feedback and hopefully put us in a better stead for the weekend in the future. It wasn't just me that stood up in that conversation. There was a lot of other players who gave feedback.
Jack spoke to the players then. He's got a mature head on his shoulders, and he acquitted himself well in his AFL debut.
Ever wanted to sleep at the MCG? I know I do every single night. Avoid traffic, although it's not so bad right now. It's school holidays is on. That's an absolute lie. I don't sleep at the MCG, but I'm going to be on the 18th of April, because Sleep at the G is happening, and you can too if you're over 18 years of age. Over 1,500 people will be donning the Peter Alexanders, hopefully not as bad as the ones I've got on right now, getting a sleeping bag and pulling up a patch of concrete and sleeping at the MCG to raise awareness for homeless people in Victoria. There'll be bands up on the Meatloaf stage, heaps of celebrities. I'll be making lots of Horlicks and Milo for those people that don't sleep too well. I don't snore or sleepwalk. I am the perfect companion to go to sleep with at the MCG. Now for something we know you'll really like, the quiz. Welcome back to Things You Really Should Know. It was such a smashing success last week, carryover champ Colin Garland. We've brought it back again. How do you feel actually being here again? Surprised?
Yeah. Pretty surprised that it made a second episode, and well, the pleasure is not mine.
Yeah, right. Well, this week we've got a midfielder and a co-captain. Please welcome to Things You Really Should Know, Jack Trengrove. Come on down.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good
Crowd
man.
goes absolutely ballistic.
Apparently, this is all about general knowledge, and I'm going to admit it's not my thing.
Not
but
your thing? Well,
how
you
we
never
go.
know. You never know. You're up against some pretty decent opposition last
Pretty
week.
intimidated by his energy at the moment.
Yes, yes. And we're all very
Confidence.
intimidated. We're all intimidated by your beard too, Colin Darwin. So I think if you lose this one, we're going to have to shave that off, I
Okay,
reckon.
if I lose, I'll shave it.
He's a confident man.
done.
Okay. Things you really should know, the best show on internet at the moment. Let's get it started. First question, 60 seconds on the clock, and your time starts now. Who was the suckhole that hugged the coach after last year's game against Essendon?
Can I ask that?
Yeah, you can. This
Come on,
idiot.
going.
Beautiful. 5 points.
Come on.
In which year did Melbourne host the Summer Olympics?
1966.
Incorrect.
56.
Correct.
Come on.
If Max Gawn shaved, how ugly would he be?
Very ugly.
No, that wasn't a question, that was just a statement. Orville and Wilbur Wright were the first to do what?
Fly.
Correct. 5 times 6 plus 11 equals what?
41.
41.
Jack, correct. Spell Mississippi.
MISSIPPI.
Incorrect. Mississippi.
Mississippi.
Jack.
MISSISSIPPI.
I think that was right.
Who knows?
I think, did you say ISS 2 times? Or did you
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you're right. Correct.
It'll still be right.
I think you've lost, Colin.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can accept that.
Yeah,
You've
I'm
lost.
shave the beard.
Congratulations, Jack Trengove. You are the new carryover champ of Things You Really Should Know.
Absolute honour.
The captain. He shows us he's got skills. Not a lot of
Question,
skills.
right?
See you next week on Things You Really Should Know. Well, that's been the Robbo Show for another week. Make sure you email in and tell me how much you love my pyjamas. They're cool, aren't they? Hey, how cool is this? Have you ever had your name on a footy jumper? Have you ever had your name on a footy jumper that's been played in an AFL match? Well, now you have the opportunity to. The Melbourne Football Club are selling a spot on the Melbourne Football Club jumper, as modelled here by big chunky Nathan Jones. Go to the website, in the Demon shop, fill out the details, and your name will go on the members' Guernsey that the boys will wear in a live AFL game. After that, you'll be receiving a Guernsey with your name on it. That's one to go straight to the pool room. How cool is that? About as cool as a Robbo Show is. And I think it's pretty cool. And so does my mum. And it'll be back next week. I'll see you then.